Is that the man himself over there?
It's me. How you doing, Paulie?
So you ready to go?
I'm game.
Thanks for being on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Wipe this thing off.
So is that a real Beatles cover behind your head?
Yeah,
Is that like the original art?
not the original from the photo shoot, but it's a litho.
That's cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I got one of those here too. Let me hold on a minute. Let me get something. I'll show you.
Oh, I love it. I love this. Which one is this?
This is
Which
John
piece?
Lennon's handwritten words to real love.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's
Yeah,
a litho?
I got it. Yeah, I got it from. She had a show going around the country, and we
I
bought
saw
it.
it. I was at that show. I went to that in Soho.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like ready to plunk down a lot of money. How do you like this cover?
I don't know. I like your covers.
No, this one.
It's like I said, I like your covers.
Speaking of John Lennon,
What, as a kid?
no, that's me in that same place that he did his album cover in Hamburg, Germany.
That's great.
That's my new Beatles tribute, Across the Universe. Should I be sending you a copy? I think I should. Right?
Absolutely, but I can't play a record, so I need a CD.
No, a CD. Well, the CD cover is the same, you know.
Yeah.
But I did covers of Here Comes the Sun, Golden Slumbers, Dear Prudence, Norwegian Wood, Mother Nature's Son, Strawberry Fields, Yesterday, Your Mother Should Know, Hey Jude, I'll Follow the Sun, Julia, Till There Was You, Here, There, and Everywhere, and Octopus Garden with my.
That's a lot of
boy
songs. So Al,
Pleasure,
how's your family? Are you guys safe?
Yeah, we're safe. We've been in the house in Old Japan, and haven't been out at all except in the yard, and a little bit in the street. But that's it. It's there's times when you really feel the stress of it. You know, we have our moments, but generally good because we don't have this wicked thing.
Yeah.
Although I did go, unfortunately, I had an unfortunate thing with my good friend of mine who was my guitar teacher when I was a kid.
Yeah.
He unfortunately passed away to COVID-19. So, you know, it's all around us. You know, we're hearing things every day. It's amazing. It's tough time for musicians. You know?
Oh, yeah. The money just got stopped.
Yeah, complete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my heart. I just like my saying was that everybody's got their legs taken out from underneath them. So I have nothing but questions for you, and maybe you have a few for me. You ready? You want to do this?
Okay.
We've asked each other a lot of questions, but a few of these I've never asked you. So, what's your favorite? Writing, recording, or playing live?
Well, the last lot of years, let's say, I would say writing has been my favorite thing to do. You know, I used to be referred to as a player, and then composer was second. I would say I'm composer first, set player second now.
Yeah.
You know, I think it has more. I get more out of that than going up there and ripping for a half an hour. You know, people already know I could solo. I don't need to do that so much now. I need to write.
Well, you're good at both. So who have you been listening to recently musically? I know there have been times when music comes out that it just really hits your heart. I remember you and I had a conversation about Owner of a Lonely Heart when it came out and all this Beatles stuff you just did. And so what are you listening to these days?
Well, what I listen to, you know, a lot of the times at dinner time, we put on music of the 60s, you know, and then it was just the other night I said, okay, I listened to, oh my God, every night, you know, it's either the Byrds, the Beach Boys, or the Beatles and things like that. It really just make me feel great a lot. You know, anything from the 60s just somehow if I grew up with it, a lot of it I still like today, except for maybe the Monkees. But one night we're sitting there at the dinner table. I said, okay, now I'm going to put on some things that people might not remember or a whole new generation hasn't yet heard. When Return to Forever was doing its thing, we were one of the three kind of spearheading bands of the jazz rock movement, but I also was a big fan of Ma Vishnu and Weather Report. So Weather Report, when Jaco joined the band, I played a few of those pieces that I haven't heard in a long time, like Rockin' in Rhythm. And it was like a live version at Port of Entry. It was from a record called Night Street or something like that from Weather Report. And man, it just motivated me, inspired me again. And I said, you know what? I should do like a DJ night, a DJ stream of some of my favorite tunes. So, but thinking about doing that, because I got a lot of time right now.
So our PRS fans want to know what your remembrance and your feeling was about where the Prism Finish came from. So they are very interested in that multicolor thing and what you were thinking when you did it. I kind of remember it, but they want to hear it from you.
Oh, God. I had the idea for this just floating in my head for a very long time, for years before we actually sat down at your place and talked about it. But I'll never forget, when I introduced the idea to you and the rest of the staff that attended that meeting at that big table. And you were the one that immediately said, you know what? We've never done anything like that. You know what? That's a great idea. You thought it was great. And then I looked at everybody else and they had their heads down like, oh, God, this is going to be hard to reproduce.
Well, the reason
it was.
You were asking us to stain the way people normally use a spray gun. Then normally what you do is you have a top and then you spray red and then blue and then yellow and then green. But you were asking us to slowly fade the stains one to another. And that has become a wicked thing with our Dragon's Breath and the glows. And now we're doing Sunbursts without a spray gun. So it started a whole thing for us, which I'm appreciative that you did. It started all us down a whole road.
Yeah. I was, and I remember I was in, of all places, Siberia, when you sent me the prototype photo. And I remember I was in the middle of Siberia. I had a tour across all of Russia, and I was completely blown away because it came out exactly the way I envisioned it.
What, did it arrive in your hotel room?
No, it was a photo you had sent, not the guitar. Out to Siberia. That's where you go to jail if you do something wrong in Russia.
So, Al, I sent you a guitar once to England that I had spent 2 months on, and you opened it up and the neck was completely smashed in half. Do you remember that?
No.
So you opened
I don't remember that.
Well, you opened the case and the neck was bent in half and splintered, and you called me and you said, well, I can't play it. It don't work. And I got it fixed, but it ended up being the prototype for the guitar with the synclavier rig in it.
Oh, my God. Wow, what a hookup that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. I had a few of your early curly maple tops as well. And I remember vividly the first time I met you, which was backstage at the convention center where Return to Forever and Santana were on the same bill.
Right.
And I think I was like 21 years old and you were like something like, I don't know what, but you were like peddling your new stuff. And I said, man, this is really cool. In fact, I bought one of your guitars before Santana got one, I think.
You bought a 12-string, that's correct.
The 12-string was the first one?
The first guitar you got from me was a 12-string, and it had a phaser in the guitar.
Right. And
you wanted the neck like an old Guild Starfire that you adored.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was Kill Starfire was my first good guitar. I still have it.
There you go.
My God.
Do you have any questions for me, Al?
Yeah. Is this you? This is at my parents' house. And I think you came there. Did you wear overalls ever?
Never. Not once in my whole life.
You sure?
Positive.
Because I thought that was you. Did you ever come up to New Jersey?
Many, many times. I came to Old Tappan, to your basement.
Okay.
One time I
Did you
got in a car accident on the bridge, if you remember.
Oh my God. Did you ever go to my parents' house?
Nope.
Okay.
But I will tell you a story you don't remember. One night I came to your house and Aerto cooked steak for us.
Oh my God.
And he was a ridiculously good cook. He was a great cook. And he said, "How do you pronounce your name?" And he goes, Aerto. Yeah, right. Great musician.
Yeah. That's when he was in my band. I was really happy to have him in there for a while.
What are you going to be doing musically in the fall?
In the fall, well, we moved, 3 tours that got postponed have been moved to the fall. One, when I was doing, actually, I was going to play in Annapolis back in early April of this month, has now been moved to September. So that's one tour, and then I have October, November in Europe. But even though they say they're postponing dates till then, there's always the chance that it'll be moved to next year, which will really be devastating in a way. But we'll see what happens. It all depends. This whole thing is really messed up a lot of plans. It's going to be a long summer. So I've been writing, practicing. I'm almost back to the same speed I was when I was 21.
Never heard.
Almost. Actually, I debuted on one of my streams. I did 3 live streams from my studio, and I had in the back room, my vault room of all of these 2-inch tapes. I had, Friday night in San Francisco tapes, but I also had Saturday night in San Francisco with John and Paco, John McLaughlin, Paco de Lucia, and I had those tapes restored by doing that whole baking process that they do to see if the audio is still good.
Yeah. And
it turns out it was. So John and I have been talking a lot recently about the release because it's coming out next year, and these are all tunes that didn't wind up on Friday night, so they're all different than the Friday night version. Well, so I debuted one of those pieces, and I plan on doing another, let's say, stream. I don't know, in the next month or so, and we'll debut another piece from that upcoming record.
I can imagine John would really like to do that for a variety of good, solid reasons. All right. Well, listen, it's nice to see you. I'm at your service. If you need anything, let me know. I appreciate you doing this. It's been a fun day. A lot of artists have asked a lot of interesting questions.
Cool.
If I could get a copy of the Beatles thing, I would love that.
Yeah.
Good for you for doing it, by the way. Good for you for doing it, because it's part of our heritage, that music.
Sure is. It still brings back those beautiful memories, that I had growing up and just adoring this music. It's still very vibrant to me and has a lot of aesthetic to it. So, playing all the parts, including the drums, was a real gas.
Okay. Thanks, Al. Appreciate it.
Good to see you, Paul.
Good to see you. Bye-bye.
All right. Good luck, bud. Stay healthy.